Welcome to Mr. D's class, where we're gonna have some fun. Put on your thinking caps now, the party's just begun.
Hi there, welcome to Mr. D's Class Online. I'm Mr. D and I will be your host as we go through the day, our last curriculum day, meaning it's the last day we're going to get a lot of, the tough stuff. The next day's video, Friday's video, is going to be pretty different. So, Miss A is not here today. Her child is graduating, so she is participating in the cool graduation ceremonies. So I'm just going to tell you, it's Thursday. Pretty good, eh? It's June 25th, and the weather's going to be whatever the weather is. Look out the window. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's start with Miss Buick, the comprehension. It's time to get your cup of tea, your cucumber sandwich, and your fascinator. It's time for the Comprehension Queen with Miss Buick.
Queen Bee here. Welcome, my royal friends, to my secret reading place. Yes, it's a place we've been before. It's on the front porch. It's calm, it's quiet, and I can listen to the pouring rain today, and it's so very relaxing. I have a question for you. What is one thing that you like to do outside this time of year? I wonder. When I was a young princess, I used to like to go fishing with my dad, the king. Fishing is so much fun, and it's calm and relaxing, my kind of thing. Have you ever tried it? Well, you should someday. Have you figured out what today's story might be about? If you said fishing, you're sort of right. Well, actually, it's about a special fish. Come on, let's go read the story and find out about this very special fish. The Magic Fish. An old fisherman lived in a hut by the sea with his wife. One day he caught an enormous golden fish.
"Please don't hurt me,"
cried the fish.
"I am a magic fish, and I can grant your greatest wishes."
Imagine the man's surprise when the fish spoke. The old man let the fish go and went home to tell his wife. "Go back and get him," she said. "I want my wishes." The old man went and got the fish. The fisherman's wife asked the fish for a big house, fancy clothes, and tasty food. Right away, her wishes were granted. After a while, the wife became unhappy. She wanted more and more riches. "Go and find that fish. Tell him I want to be the richest woman in the world," she ordered. When the man went to the fish, the golden fish said,
"No, she asked for too much. She will now get nothing."
He then swam away. Welcome back, my royal friends. That must have been one fantastic, awesome, magical fish. Don't you think so? I wish I could have seen that fish. It would be so cool. Before we jump into the questions, I have a question for you to think about, though. If you could ask the magic fish for one thing, what would it be? I wonder. Okay, are you ready for the questions? Let's go. Are you ready? Question number 1. Which of these is make-believe? A, a magical fish. B, a man who fishes. C, a man living in a hut. Or a man on a boat. Question number 2. Which of these is real? A, a fish that talks. B, a fish that grants wishes. C, a fish getting caught by a fisherman. Or D, a fish shouting. Question number 3. What is the lesson that you can learn from this story? I wonder. And question number 4. Do you agree with the fish in the end? Why or why not? Okay, let's recap. Question number 1 was, which of these is make-believe? Well, I think the answer is A, a magic fish. You can't catch a magic fish in the stream or a river. Question number 2, which of these is real? Well, I think the answer is C. A fish getting caught by a fisherman, of course, is a real-life situation. That's just the way it is between fish and fishermen, or fisherwomen. Question number 3. What is the lesson that you could learn from this story? Well, the lesson, or the moral of this story, is that being given more possessions, or gold or wealth, doesn't make you happy. And question number 4. Do you agree with the fish in the end? Why or why not? Well, this is an opinion question. And yes, I agree with the fish in the end, because I think that if we truly want something, we should work for it and earn it. Then we will enjoy it so much more, and it will mean more to us. And then we will truly feel happy. Well, my friends, last time we met, I told you that the magic happened in my kingdom. And as you can see today, it certainly does happen all in my kingdom. I hope you enjoyed reading about the magic fish. I certainly enjoyed sharing it with you. Well, that's all the time I have for now. So have a great, fantastic summer. Be safe, be well, be happy, and most of all, be magical. Bye for now.
Thanks, Miss Buick. It means a lot that you've been doing these videos, and I know that the kids know that if you're looking for help with a computer or technical help, Miss Buick is usually not the person that we would go to, but she's learned so much about technology, just like you probably have over the course of the last few weeks and months. And again, I'm really impressed, and I can't say thank you enough. It's been great. Next up is our last cooking segment with Miss D, and man, is she making a treat for you. These are delicious. Check them out. Life skills.
Hey guys, happy official, unofficial last day of school. If we were in school, this would have been the last day of school, but we're not in school, so you guys get an extra day, which is so awesome. You get to spend one more day with us. So today on Life Skills with Miss D today, we are gonna make s'mores Rice Krispie treats, but not with Rice Krispies, with other things, but they're gonna be like Rice Krispie squares. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a box of Golden Grahams, a bag of marshmallows. They say regular marshmallows, but they didn't have any of the grocery store, but the jumbo ones. As long as it's a 400-gram pack, you'll be fine. Some butter or margarine, a quarter cup, a spoon for stirring, and a large saucepan, and your stove. Also, you're going to need a 9x13 pan. Okay, so we're gonna turn this on to medium heat. I'm gonna get my butter in there because it says. And you'll need the recipe, which Mr. D will put in your choice board today. So I've already had this kind of preheating, so we didn't have to wait too long for it to heat up. So in there is my butter, my measuring cup goes in the sink because I'm all done with it. Make sure also before we start cooking, we always wash our hands. So Misty did that before I jumped on camera, just so that you guys weren't waiting forever for me. Oh, and also you need a cup of chocolate chips. Now, on the recipe, it noted to put the chocolate chips in the freezer. That way they don't melt as much in your cooking. They kind of keep their form a little bit better. So I'm going to leave those in the freezer right until the last minute. But I already measured those out and put them in the freezer. So the recipe calls for a cup, 1 to 2 cups of chocolate chips. I only did 1 cup. And I would suggest cutting your big marshmallows in halves or into quarters, only because they'll melt a little bit faster. I should have done that before I started, but that's okay. Just means you get to spend a little bit more time with Misty. All right. I hope everyone's been enjoying all the videos that have been coming. All right, are we excited for summer? One more day of school, one more video left. Pretty exciting. Anybody have any big plans for the summer? Not that we can really go too many places, but things are starting to open up a little bit. So you get to kind of go. So that says to melt these down. I'm just going to refer back to my recipe. Add marshmallows, keep stirring until marshmallows are completely melted and get a marshmallow sauce. Remove from heat. Okay, so my bag of marshmallow, my empty bag from the marshmallows is going to go into the garbage. And I'm going to keep stirring this until I get a marshmallow sauce. That sounds delicious on its own. Maybe over some ice cream sundaes, or maybe you could use it for like the center of a cake. If you make a cake, a layered cake, that would be delicious too. All right, so it's working away here. I'm gonna turn my heat up just a little bit, but you guys work over medium heat. Make sure you ask moms and dads for permission to do this. And maybe ask them if they want to help. Or brothers and sisters, they might want to help too. Because it's always fun to cook with family. As you've seen on some of my other videos. I think most of my video is going to be marshmallow melting. Alright, I got a joke for you. Knock knock. Interrupting cow. Moo! Did I catch you in the middle of your interrupting cow who part? Because that's how that joke's supposed to go. It's kind of hard to do knock knock jokes by yourself on video. They're hard to time. I got another one for you. Why did the skeleton cross the road, or didn't cross the road? Because he didn't have the guts. It was also so nice to see those of you who joined our little class chat the other day. That was nice. Alright, I almost have a marshmallow sauce. Here, I'll show you guys. Okay. See, we almost have a marshmallow sauce. I got a few more lumps left that we just got to melt out. Try and push them out there. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. I did not go to school for videography or whatever it's called to be a cameraman. It's a new skill I have required. And I'm still learning. Okay, this, I'm going to turn my heat off for the last few marshmallows to melt. And then I'm going to refer to my recipe, which says add golden grams until stirred through and well coated. Oh, you can choose to crush some up before adding them if you want smaller pieces. I'm going to leave them whole because I think that's a little bit more fun. Can you guys still see me here? There we go. Okay, so bag of golden grams. Open those up. Stir them in. Whole bag goes in too. How delicious. And And I'll do that cleaning up after. Can you hear it crunching? Crunch, crunch. Oh, it smells delicious. Marshmallows and graham crackers. How yummy. How did the Father's Day cards and rocks go that you guys made up the other day? Did dads like them? I hope so. Okay. Okay, so they are well coated. There's still some on the bottom. Okay, let's see. Can you see those? Well coated graham crackers. Graham cracker crunch cereal, I should say. I'm gonna grab the the chocolate chips out of the freezer. Nice and hard and cold. So I have a cup of semi-sweet and milk chocolate chips. You can use whatever you like. If you like dark chocolate, if you like just milk chocolate or white chocolate. Oh, you know what else would look really good in here is like butterscotch chocolate chips, or you can get ones that are like Reese's peanut butter cups or Reese's Pieces. You could even probably do the mini, sometimes you can buy mini bags of M&Ms or Smarties, so you could use those as well. Really, you can put whatever you wanted in here. That is up to you. Okay, so my chocolate chips are melted in, and then it says to grease your pan well. I also wrote in there that you could put parchment down. I thought I had parchment. I don't have enough parchment for my 9 by 13 pan. So I'm going to grease my pan to put my stuff in. So for that, you're going to need your margarine again, or soft butter, and you're going to need a baggie. So this is my trick. I put my hand inside the baggie, and I use that to butter, or to grease my pans. I gotta put it on the right hand. Misty is not left-handed. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this on camera. So you want to make sure you get in all the little cracks, or not cracks, but all the little edges. Can you still see me there? And you might need a couple of scoops of butter for this. I grab a little at a time, and then that way you're not wasting. And this is also something you can do before you even start. Like I said, Misty thought I had parchment, and then right as I heated up my pan and was ready to go, I did not have parchment, or I would have had this step done already. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now you get to turn this inside out. And look, my fingers are not buttery. They're nice and clean. So it's gonna go in the garbage. And we are gonna pour out our mixture here. Okay, so move this over so you can see me. And I'm gonna kind of take myself off camera here so you can see me do just the pan work. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on my pan. And this might take 2 people. This pan is pretty heavy. You can see some of my Rice Krispies have melted. And that's okay. You might even want to do smaller pans and do 2 of them. It's up to you. Okay. I got most of it out. I'll get the rest of that in a minute. So, and then you're just gonna push it around, and with the butter in there, it helps keep it from sticking to your pan, which I should have done with my spoon, but I thought with it being a silicone spoon, it would work. But it's giving me some troubles. You could even probably pull these out too, like in either a measuring cup or in an ice cream scoop, and form them into balls, like either balls or haystacks or whatever you want to do. And I'm gonna work away at the bottom of my pan off camera because it is a sticky mess. That is one pan that I'm gonna have to soak. Okay guys, there you go, your last cooking class with Misty. All right, it was great having you. See you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Miss D. If there was ever a tasty treat, I love Golden Grahams, I love chocolate, I love marshmallows. This is like basically heaven. like s'more heaven that you just made there. So I'm really looking forward to tasting those if I ever get a chance. Maybe I'll make them up my own self. That's why you did the video. Okay, next, Mr. D made a mistake yesterday. I thought it sounded weird, but I played the wrong Mr. Duhamel Wellness Wednesday video. I thought it sounded so familiar as I was answering it, but I was like, oh, well, there's been so many. Things get lost in my mind sometimes. So I'm going to send you, it's going to be Wellness Thursday, even though it's, well, Wellness Wednesday on Thursday. Look, this is a good one. Check it out.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I'm your host, Mr. Duhamel.
Hi, and welcome to Wellness Wednesdays, where we talk about caring for ourselves emotionally. Our emotional health is super important because it affects our physical health. Can you believe that today is our last Wellness Wednesday? The school year is almost over, and although that seems sad, the good news is that means that this warm weather is here to stay. There's going to be so many more activities that we can do and enjoy outside. During these Wellness Wednesday videos, we've talked about and practiced a lot of things, like being thoughtful, the zones of regulation, blue, yellow, green, red. We've talked about how to manage our stress, how to be self-reflective, and last week we talked about caring for our physical health. My hope is that you will practice all of these things through the summer so that when you come back to school in September, you will be more emotionally healthy and mature. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about probably the most important thing that we can do for our emotional health. And then we'll wrap things up with a thought-provoking question because those are always fun. One of the most important things we can do for our emotional health is reach out for help. When we find that we're stuck in the yellow or the blue or the red zone, we have many people around us that can help us and support us. You can go to a family member, a teacher, a community member like a pastor or religious leader. We can go to doctors or a social worker. And if you really feel like you have no one that you can go to for help, there's something called Kids Help Phone. And it's where you can call a phone number or text or even chat with someone online about what you're going through. Reaching out for help is the best thing that you can do for your emotional health. But to end things on a little bit of a lighter note for these Wellness Wednesday videos, I thought, like I said before, we would do a thought-provoking question. So remember, when you see the pause button, that means you have to pause the video. Think about the question for at least a minute, then you can hit play and give me your answer. So, the question is, if you could add any subject to school, what subject would you add? Pause the video and think about it. I thought about this too, and I think the subject that I would add to school, if I could, would be video games. I love video games. I think they're tons of fun, and I think that there is so much that we can learn from playing video games, especially games like Minecraft or Farming Simulator. But anyways, I hope that you have an emotionally healthy summer. Stay active and eat healthy. Bye for now.
Now it's time. Thank you, Mr. Duhamel. It's time for Miss B to finish up our last word ladder, our very last one. Miss B, take it away.
Up the ladder, nowhere to go, feel the wrong, slipping under my toes, trying to catch up, everything is a clatter. Ooh, son, now get up the ladder.
Hey everybody, it is word ladder time. So I have the answers from our last word ladder called wildlife. So here we go. Our bottom word was bird, and our first clue said to tie something up. If you blank a book, you fasten its pages together and put a cover on it. Change one letter. So you need to change the R to an N and you get bind. Another word for brain, change one letter. So if you change the first word, the first letter, the B to an M, you get mind. Next clue says nice or gentle, change one letter. Change the M to a K, you get kind. Seeing the pattern here, guys? Your next clue says, the rough outer layer of some foods. Change one letter. Change the K to an R and you get rind. Next clue. To locate something, change one letter. Change the R to an F and you get find. A fish uses this to move in the water. Take away one letter. So if you take away the D, you get fin. Next clue says, the end. Add 3 letters. So you need to add to the end of the word fin, ISH, and you get finish. Last clue says, a creature that swims. Take away 2 letters. So you need to take away the NI, and you get fish. So there you have it, guys. There are the answers to our final word ladder. Bye.
And now it's time for the review of our very last problem of the day. So Mr. D will go over how he got the answer, and you're welcome to see if you got the same answer using the same method or a different method. Sides would 8 pentagons have? Well, there's all sorts of different ways to solve this problem. We can start with a number line and just say, okay, we're skip counting by 5s, right? Because we have all these pentagons and they have 5 sides each. So I would say 1 pentagon, I'm going to the 5, 2 pentagon to the 10, 3 to the 15, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if each pentagon has 5 sides, I'm jumping by 5s, and that's easy to do on the number line because the 5 is a little bit longer, and of course the 10 is even longer still, so it's pretty easy. So this one, if I use my number line, it says 40. The other thing I could do is just skip count. Some of you are really good at skip counting. I can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And again, the answer that comes out here is 40. I could also add 5 plus 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 5. Right? I've got all of these. There's 8 5s here. Number 5 is 8 times with a plus in between. If I were to put that into a calculator or do stacked addition, I would come up with 40. And for those of you super smart cats and kittens, you would know 5 times 8 is 40, and that's what we're saying, that 8 groups of 5, because there's 8 groups here, 8 parts of that group, each group has 5 in it, also equals 40. So we know the answer is A, and that is your last problem. Choice board time. Last one. Let's check out the choices. Yes. Hygiene, brush your teeth, wash your face, brush or comb your hair, put on clean clothes, and have a bath or shower. You know what, even when you don't have choice boards in the summer, can you please do that every day? It'd make everybody happy, especially their noses. Reflex and Prodigy. In our Wellness Wednesday on Thursday segment, Mr. Duhamel asked the question, if you could add any subject to school, anything that we would regularly teach in school, what subject would it be? Mr. D thinks he would probably add, I like the idea of horseback riding, or archery, or both. Wow, that's my dream, I guess. Miss D made some s'more crispy treats, and here's a delicious picture of them and the recipe here for you. We have grammar and epic and Lexia. Miss B finished her word ladder, her wildlife word ladder. That's a bit of a mouthful. The Kahoot challenge, the phys ed board, the walk with an adult, the music, drawing, dancing, coloring. Those are the options you have. I hope you do 1, 2, 5, or 10 of these things today. And I really hope that you enjoy doing them. So that is your choice board. Well, that's the end of this segment and of shows that kind of look like this one. Again, tomorrow's video is going to be pretty different. So I want to say thank you. And I want to say good for you for persevering through some very big challenges. This is not business as usual. This is not the way it's supposed to be. But you've done such a good job. And I'm so happy that you've joined us through our videos and you've done some of the activities and I've gotten emails. It's been great. So until tomorrow, be safe and be well. Take care.
Welcome to Mr. D's class, where we're gonna have some fun. Put on your thinking caps now, the party's just begun.